Now we're going to go to our GMA cover story. It's a closer look at homeschooling. It's soaring in popularity. And ESPN's Jessica Mendoza is here with more. And Jessica, my daughters were homeschooled for a few years, and I know you just started homeschooling your kids.
Michael, it's a subject that's super close to my heart. And actually, I started researching because there's so many different ways that we can now educate our kids in our country. And the curiosity has never been higher. And as I started talking to more families, more people, I decided to enlist the help of a good friend of mine, Tim Tebow. Take a look.
With 2 national college championship wins and a Heisman Trophy to his name, gridiron great Tim Tebow became a household name, playing 3 seasons in the NFL. His trademark Tebowing pose becoming a phenomenon. Now a professional baseball player, Tebow is not only known for his moves on the field, but also for his charity work off the field with his foundation. The 30-year-old Florida native crediting much of his success to his strong faith and being homeschooled.
Why did your parents decide to homeschool?
They wanted us to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic, but it wasn't number one. It wasn't the most important thing. They wanted us to learn a work ethic, a dedication.
Walk me through a day of homeschooling. Like, what's that look like?
Well, we also grew up on a farm, so we were waking up and doing chores and then having a Bible study, and then we'd break up into our individual studies. The whole process was always something that I knew had a great purpose.
Tebow, believing in the benefits so much, he authored this interactive homeschooling guide called Know Who You Are, Live Like It Matters.
What were the hardest things you had to go through?
When you go to practice and, oh, you're homeschooled and that means you're probably weird or stuff like that. And honestly, it never really affected me, but I know it affected a lot of homeschool friends of mine and some of my siblings. You can be homeschooled.
You can be the cool kid.
And you can be the cool kid, and you can break the trends, and you can show that, yeah, you're different, but in a good way.
Tebow credits his parents as pioneers in the homeschooling movement. And over the last 20 years, the method has grown in popularity. From 1999 to 2012, the percentage of homeschooled students has doubled. And as of 2016, there are about 1.7 million homeschooled students in the U.S. alone.
Almost all the homeschooling was value-based for religious reasons. People are now actually homeschooling for the academic reasons.
Single mom Darcel White says it was a deeply personal choice to homeschool her 3 kids near Dayton, Ohio.
They're more engaged in what they're doing. They can go at their own pace.
The Whites take part in a learning co-op, where other homeschoolers meet up and attend classes or go on field trips.
How do I make them stay?
One week they may work on science, the next they may do a craft, and that way the kids get to spend time with their friends.
But Darcel says she largely lets her kids lead their own lessons, a homeschooling approach called unschooling.
We are interest-based learners.
Of course, she says homeschooling is not without its challenges.
It's gotten a little bit harder as they get older to meet each child's individual needs. It requires more of my time being the facilitator and researching.
But Darcel says it has helped her kids grow.
It's been a great experience for the whole family.
You know, something I never knew about Tim Tebow before reading his book on homeschooling was the fact that he was dyslexic. And not only did homeschooling help him better academically, but athletically. He had special flashcards that were used on the football field that helped him with his dyslexia to retain information as a quarterback on the field, which is crazy.
Yeah, I had no idea about that either. I had no idea his mother was such a pioneer in the homeschooling process. And I enjoyed it because of the flexibility of the homeschooling as well. And each kid is very different. But for you, why did you decide to go into homeschooling?
First of all, it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And you know this, okay? I mean, we battle, but I hybrid homeschool my kids, okay? And that sounds crazy. There's all these different variations. And for me, I travel so much for Sunday Night Baseball. I'm on the road a ton. And the hybrid is they're home with me 2 days. They go to school full-time 3 days. So it's a kind of a mix so they can kind of go out. I get my times at home. And you know how difficult it can be and the challenges that we face. Point is, it's not a cookie-cutter system anymore. We're educating our kids in a variety of different ways.
And then a lot of things you thought you knew, you find out you really didn't know when it comes to educating your kids. You end up learning something at the end of the day. And I'm excited because you're going to be back, and we're going to have more from Jessica tomorrow about homeschooling and her journey, and it's on our website as well.